Alright everybody, it's Trevingsley. I'm back from like kind of a long hiatus once again, as I'm sadly kind of famous for doing. And today we're going to do the Legendary Goku event, but we're not just going to do that. I'm going to do it with a bunch of these 5-year anniversary units, and kind of give my final thoughts on, the 5-year anniversary as a whole. I don't know if we're going to like actually beat the Legendary Goku event, but once I'm done wrapping up what I'm talking about, then I'll probably just cut the video there. But anyway, I just wanted to show off these guys too, because, they don't get a whole lot of shine overall. And I haven't really given like Trunks and Mai or this EZA Goku Black any shine at all. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. What are my overall thoughts on the 5-year anniversary? Well, I think it was pretty solid. Definitely better than JP's. That's not really up for debate. We got more stones, we got more tickets. We got that Friend Summon banner, which is super cool. And we also got we definitely got better options for the 5-year anniversary coins as well, with those special deals with, I believe it was orbs and training items and stuff. I would say, as over JP especially, we ended up doing a lot better than they did. But as far as like comparing it to other anniversaries, I think it's the second best year anniversary. I think the 4-year anniversary kind of killed it last year, just with the amount of content and stuff. Not that this anniversary was bad in my opinion, but I just think last year's anniversary, it had a little bit more oomph to it, I guess. Mainly just with like, they EZA'd some free-to-play units and stuff, and I mean, we got some easy areas for sure with Kid Broly and Kid Vegeta and Raditz, but a lack of a traditional EZA, I believe, really hurt this celebration. Now, it's cool and all that we got, like you see on the team right now, we got that EZA Zamasu Goku Black, or Zamasu Goku, I think is what he's called. It's that, and he's, of course, from right when Zamasu made the wish on the Super Dragon Balls and he killed Chi-Chi and Goten. However, he's really, really dope. I do really like him, but like, I don't know, at the end of the day, he's just not enough. Like, he's really, really good. I'm not crapping on the unit at all, but Goku Zamasu, or Zamasu Goku, being the first EZA LR is awesome, for sure. But he didn't get a traditional EZA, we didn't get to do the event where we get 30 stones and we get some orbs and, all that. And it's kind of a bummer, honestly. And we don't have access to farming up Hercule statues from this event either. Now, granted, it's not like a hard event, and in fact, he's pretty easy to get, honestly, and there's a lot of good options for his easy area, but I don't know. Like, for him to be the, like, headlining thing for Part 3 of the anniversary, I was just kind of expecting a little bit more, especially since on the global side, we still don't have, which we should be getting, pretty soon. We still don't have Extreme Chain Battle. We still don't have Extreme Super Battle Road. I really did think they were going to throw one of those in there. And they just, kind of didn't, which is, it's not a bummer now that we know that it's coming with this Kefla celebration, which I'll be talking about later today once the event details finally come out with login and all that. But I don't know, with Part 3 especially, I was just expecting a little bit more. My overall thoughts on all the units that came out. I think both. We'll start with the free-to-play ones. I think both Kid Broly and Vegeta, and we'll just say I think Kid Broly and Vegeta, they're both very solid, especially for free-to-play units. They're some of the best for sure. Broly is going to be a little more useful because he stacks defense, but Vegeta's got his utility as well with his stacking attack. And also, Broly has a medium chance to dodge, which I'm a huge fan of, apparently. According to my friends, at least. Which I don't know if I can 100% disagree with them on, if I'm being honest. But anyway, I think they're pretty good. And then, of course, I already talked a little bit about Goku Black Zamasu, but you can get him to like a 3.5 million attack stat if you build him up all the way. Like, he's really, really good. And this is all before the link leveling, too. Like, that's about to come around the corner, and that's really going to change the entire game. But as far as Goku Black Zamasu goes, for a free-to-play LR, he's amazing. And he works really well with both physical Goku Black and AGL Rosé, And of course, Int Rose, who we'll get into in a little bit, who I've used, but I don't actually have. We'll go ahead and move on to the summonable units now as well. We'll start with the side banner units because I've used them both, and obviously I have Trunks and Mai, as you can see right there. So we'll start with Bardock and Guinea. Bardock and Guinea are solid, you know, but I think they don't pale in comparison to Trunks and Mai. But Trunks and Mai are just a lot more versatile than Bardock and Guinea are, just with their conditions and stuff. I think that Trunks and Mai really, they're just better, straight up. Their active skill I think is better because they have the like Bardock and Guinea. They have like a B-Pan type active skill, which is useful for sure. But the conditions to get it are just so strict, you know. There's just not. It's just not as lenient as like with Trunks and Mai, where like right now we could use their active skill, and I probably will use it just so we get it in the video. And their active skill, you know, it's the Mafuba. They get their 628% attack and all that. So to me, I think Trunks and Mai feel a little bit better. It's also, you know, it's just, like I just said, their restrictions are just, I think, better because with Bardock and Guinea, I can't remember exactly what they are. But I remember it not being the easiest conditions ever, but like with Trunks and Mai, all they need to do, I believe, is just have a Trunks or a Mai on rotation with them to be able to do their active skill. We can look real quick just to make sure. Yeah, you just need a Trunks or a Mai in the turn, so like, I don't know, I just feel like they're a lot more useful, especially on the teams that they're on. For sure, because I mean they're on a decent amount of teams for one of these units. You know? Yeah, they're on 5 teams. They're on the Revenge category, one of my favorites. They're on Final Trump card. I mean, I don't know. For me, it's just I just think that Trunks and Mai kind of went out there. But Bardock and Guinea are also like still a really good unit. It's not like they're trash or anything. I'm not saying that. I just think if you wanted to compare the two, I think Trunks and Mai just have the edge over Bardock and Guinea. But if you pulled either of them, you obviously didn't lose out. Like, they're both very, very good units, especially for banner units. Now we'll get into the big boys, Vegito and Gogeta. I love both of them. And I've kind of, like, changed my mind from when I was going into the anniversary. I still agree that Vegito's leader skill I think, edges him out to being the better unit. For sure. But I think I like Blue Gogeta more, if that makes sense. So, like, being able to do the final trump card team with both of them is awesome, you know? So if you pulled one, you can at least run the category. But from what I was saying at the beginning, you know, Fusion's just not as good as Potara. And that'll change, I'm sure, especially once we incorporate more... Sorry, I'm looking at my rotations right now. Once they incorporate more Fusion's units, you know, correlating with Dragon Ball Heroes, ones that aren't, like, I don't want to call, like, Vegex and them fodder, because they're not. They're pretty solid, but, you know, they're not anything that you would run. And Vegex is on the Potara category, and I think he's the best one of all those, so... I guess I was thinking the Xeno Gotenks, or, like, Super Saiyan 3 Adult Gotenks, you know, cards like that. There's a lot of cards like that on the Fusion category, and a lot of, like, the Dragon Ball Fusions cards, for example, are mostly on the Fusion category, but, you know, most of them don't have, or not most of them, a lot of them don't have Awakenings, and the ones that do have Awakenings, their Awakenings are outdated now, so, like, for me, Vegito wins out just because, you know, Potara is better than Fusion, but, you know, I have a dupe in my Vegito. I'm not trying to brag about it, but I have a dupe in my Vegito, and I run him next to the Gogeta all the time. And I don't know, I'm just not more impressed with Gogeta, because at the end of the day, he doesn't always put up the same damage that Vegito does, but a lot of Vegito's damage is reliant on him getting crits, whereas Gogeta, you know, since he's super effective against all types, he throws out his attacks, and you know that every one of his attacks will be a dent, you know, for sure. I do really like both of their super attacks. I like how they were designed. But I do think if we're pitting them against each other, Vegito's the better unit, but Gogeta's more fun, if that makes sense. which I'm sure it does, you know, especially like people who have the blue fusions or have used them a lot, because you can run them as your Patara lead or your fusion lead too if you want to, you know, just get a team out there. So if you've used the blue fusions, definitely let me know what you guys think. But I definitely, I think Vegito's better, but I have switched to Team Gogeta for sure. When I was 100% Team Vegito before the anniversary started, and that's, I mean, you can watch some of my videos from like right around when they started. It's pretty clear whose camp I was in at the beginning, but it didn't stay that way, which is interesting to me. I didn't think that's how that was going to turn out. Now, as far as Rose and Broly, Int Rose, who neither of which I have, by the way, and I don't have any summon videos on the channel for them, mainly because their banners are frustrating me. I recorded a few and I was just getting, I don't know, I was getting annoyed. I did a lot of summons on their banners. I won't say quite how many, but I did a good amount of summons on their banners, and I didn't pull an LR at all. Not just either of them, but I didn't get an LR at all. So for me, I didn't think it was good content, so I deleted it, kept it in the vault. It just, yeah, I don't know, I wasn't having fun with those summons, which is, you know, I was getting butthurt for no reason, basically, because I had really good luck on the Blue Fusion banner. But I have gotten a chance to use both of them. Int Rose is disgusting. He is extremely, extremely good. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say he's the top 10 unit in the game. I think he's probably better than like the Spirit Bomb absorbed Gokus, who I believe are also around the top 10, you know, at least on global right now. I would, if I had to like place them, I don't think he's as good as the Blue Fusions, no way, but him being able to throw out that crazy amount of damage just right out the gate is insane, straight up. Here, we'll do the Trunks of My after school now, because why not? Let's see what kind of damage they can do in the Legendary Goku event here. This is also the first Legendary Goku event video on my channel. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but let me keep talking about Rose once they do their thing here. Yeah, it's not too bad. But anyway, yeah, I really do like Rose a lot more than I thought I was going to. I'm not a huge fan most of the time of units who can just, you know, all they do is damage, no matter what. If you get that song reference, which you probably do. But I don't know. I like him a lot better than I thought I would, especially like you throw him next to physical Goku Black or Goku Zamasu, or if you're running him on a team where you can have the AGL Rose as well, which I guess you could only really do if you brought him as a friend or something. But I don't know, for me, I really like Rose way more than I thought I was going to. His defense is solid. You know, I was expecting his defense to be like mediocre to bad, but it's better than mediocre. I'd say his defense is solid, especially if you have big bad bosses active, which won't be a problem soon, and like some other stuff as well. You know, putting him next to a Goku Black, he's pretty much set. He'll get hit, you know, he's not invincible by any means, but at the end of the day, he's still disgusting. Now, Broly, Chile, and Lemo, I really, really like, but they are a very wonky unit, and I'm not going to try to, like, defend them and say that they're not, because they are, straight up. Like, it's very, very hard to get those 7 orbs unless you really play like you're playing 4D chess or something in Dokkan. Like if you gotta set it like a turn or two ahead, maybe even 3 turns ahead. You gotta like be thinking about how these orbs are gonna fall, and you know, do I want to get the STR orbs or do I want to get the AGL orbs or whatever orbs correlate to attack and defense, or maybe you want them to be a hard hitter and you want to get the physical orbs. It's all really like, it's not complicated per se, but it's, you know, it's like playing, like I said, it's like you're playing 4D chess or something. Like, it's insane. We'll just run this back. Like I said, we're just kind of talking here. But yeah, I do really like, here, we'll bring them right now, actually, just so I can kind of show you guys what I mean. We'll bring, I believe they're movie bosses, so we'll bring the movie boss team real quick. But yeah, I do like them for sure. They're not like the craziest unit I've ever seen, but as far as like a unit a new type of unit in the game. I think they're very interesting. Rose, I feel like you guys pretty much, 100% get what I'm saying, but we'll bring Broly, Chile, and Lemo here just so I can show you guys a little bit what I'm talking about. But yeah, as far as the summonable units go, I think that this anniversary crushes, like totally demolishes last year's anniversary. I love the Super Saiyan 4s, but I'm kind of with a lot of other people when they say like that their super attacks they leave a lot to be desired. They're very similar to the Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Majin Vegeta. I believe the free-to-play units, their super attacks, they're not identical, but they're very close to those. And they really should have put more care into those super attacks. I'm not saying the Super Saiyan 4s are bad. I think they're amazing still. I love them. But as far as the super attacks go, their super attacks don't compare to any of the super attacks during the 5-year anniversary, except for maybe Int Rose's. This might be kind of controversial in itself, but Int Rose's super attacks I don't think are crazy. I like his active skill super attack, but I didn't even really mention his active skill because you don't see it super often, even when even when you're wanting to see it. But yeah, you got to think like, all right, do I want to give people defense with AGL STR? Do I want to give them attack? Or no, it's AGL STR give attack, and then yeah, AGL and STR give attack, and then Tech and Ink give defense. So like, do you want defense or do you want attack? We'll give defense to the rotation here, just to because why not? But it does make a difference, honestly, the stuff that they do. And them being like a kind of a weird, wonky support unit is fun, I think. They're not going to throw up the craziest amount of damage unless you really, want them to. You get all those physical orbs together. But I like their attack animations for sure. I like their utility, especially for the Movie Bosses team, which is, it's a really good team. It's one of my favorite teams in the game still. I kind of wish they had a different leader skill, but like them being on the team, it's not really a problem. Their biggest weakness is not being on a whole lot of categories. Like, Int Rose, he's a Rose Goku Black. He's going to be on a bunch of categories, but Broly, Chile, and Lemo, they're really not, which is fine, but it's kind of a shame nonetheless. You'd think they'd be able to throw them on to something other than Movie Bosses. I think it's just Movie Bosses and Joint Forces, but it might be full power as well, which, honestly doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I'll have to look. I know that was a little all over the place, but I'll summarize real quick. I think Vegeta, Raditz, and Kid Broly, they're alright to good. They're going to be really useful in like free-to-play events. I really, really like Zamasu Goku, the Easy Aid LR that just came out. I think Gogeta's more fun than Vegito, but Vegito is still the better unit because of his leader skill. I think that Trunks and Mai are better than Bardock and Gine pretty much 100%, but I don't think that Bardock and Gine are bad per se. Here, let's see if we can tell the difference in defense if we give them these orbs right away. And also, we're going to be able to see them dodge too, which will be cool. So, that's another thing with these guys. 7 orbs, they get a chance to dodge, which is dope. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7 right there. We'll see if there's a change in defense right out the gate. There was. Frieza got more defense right there. I noticed for sure. I didn't really notice on Janemba, but I'm sure you guys did. You could always rewind it and run it back for sure. Let's see Broly and Chile Lemo's 100% chance to dodge. That's always fun, getting those 7 orbs. And you can also, if you think about it, you could bring orb changing items too, if you wanted to, just so that they get this chance to dodge. Or like orb changers, I don't know. You could really make it work. And then, as far as who's better between Rose and Broly, Chile, and Lemo, I think they fill so, like, completely different roles that it's hard to compare them. Rose is definitely a stronger unit, but Broly, Chile, and Lemo, the aspect of strategy, playing that 4D chess, brings some new life to this game, honestly. Like, it's weird for sure, but it's fun. I don't know. Call me crazy. I have no idea. But that's just kind of how I feel. And then as far as, like, the stones given out and stuff, I think we got an incredible amount of stones personally. Most of my summons were free to play, except for the Broly and Rose banner. I spent a lot of stones on that. But like getting the blue fusions and stuff, that was mostly free to play for me. Just getting top grossing stones and all that. Like I said, not getting the 30 stones and orbs and stuff from a traditional EZA really does hurt the celebration in my eyes, but overall I think it was very solid. I've heard, and I'm like, it's almost confirmed, but we'll wait till tonight to make sure, that Extreme Super Battle Road and Chain Battle are supposed to come with this Kefla celebration, which I think is very strange considering it's only 2 weeks long. I feel that's a lot of stuff to cram into a 2-week celebration. Plus we're getting the 2 new stages of Infinite Dragon Ball history, which I didn't even really talk about here. We got 2 new stages for the anniversary as well, and both of them were hard as hell and super fun. That's basically all I have to say about that. Let's have Broly and Chile Limo get some attack here. Ooh, I didn't know they got extra ki. Interesting. Let's see what they do. I'm curious. Let's see what their attack stats looking like. This Broly, Chile, and Limo has 2 dudes, by the way. I don't know which stage is harder between the Broly stage or the Future Trunks stage. I feel like they're both very, like, they're not the crazy hardest ever. 2.63 is pretty good. They're not like the hardest ever, but they're, that super attack's clean as well. Again, they're not the hardest ever, but they're some of the most challenging stages in the game, so. But that's about all I have to say about the anniversary. I'm looking forward to this Kefla celebration just because, like I said, we're going to get Chain Battle. We'll be getting Extreme Super Battle Road stages, 2 more stages to Infinite Dragon Ball history. Plus, Caulifla and Kale are going to EZA. Tech Caulifla and STR Kale are getting Awakenings. The free-to-play Int Kale and STR Caulifla, they're getting Awakenings. We're going to get equipment exclusive for Universe 6. Kefla is really good. I'm excited to pull for her. Plus, you know, possibly getting a... I'm not even going to say it because it'll happen if I say it, but you guys probably know I'm going with that. Possibly getting Vados as well. Vados looks really, really interesting as far as her support type abilities. I don't know. I'm very excited for this Kefla celebration. Expect a video later tonight. I'll be going over the Kefla details, but all in all, I think the 4-year anniversary had a little bit more to offer. But as far as the summonable units go, and how fun they are to use, I think the 5-year anniversary has it easy. But anyway, guys, I know this is kind of like a rambling video, and I didn't really, you know, it didn't really go anywhere other than, you know, me giving my opinions on the new units, but that's just kind of what I wanted to get out there. But anyway, I'm Trevingsley. I hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to wrap it up with this rotation. I know we didn't really beat the Legendary Goku event here, but I just wanted to have something going in the background so that it wouldn't be super boring for you guys to watch. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. Well, we'll let Broly finish this and then it'll be it. He's gonna cause his galactic catastrophe. There we go. Oh, he's not done. That's funny. He's really cut off my